Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Marvel Rivals Get to Know Your Toon. Today, we are going to be talking about the one, the only, Mantis. Mantis is what the game calls a strategist. We might know her better as a support or a healer, but she also does a little bit of decent damage as well. She does have a really cool alternate costume you can see here. She's got her MVP animation as well, and she's got an emote and a couple of sprays to go in her kit. Now, when they say that Mantis is a 1-star difficulty, that means she's really easy to learn, she's easy to pick up. Great if you're looking to switch to a new character and a really useful character, and you're about to see why. Let's get into her abilities. Her primary is the Life Energy Blast. You fire an Energy Thorn, it regains 1 life orb after a critical hit. You can see the life orbs right in the middle there. She's got 5 of them, little leaves. Decent damage at distance. What more can you ask for from a support? She's supporting your DPS and your tanks in battle. One of her abilities, which is enormous, is her Spore Slumber. It can take an enemy right out of their ult. If Scarlet Witch is coming, hit her with the Spore Slumber, she's sleeping. No more ult. As a support, she's fantastic for boosting your DPS too through her allied inspiration. It consumes a life orb and it grants your teammate a damage boost. Huge. Not only can you boost your teammate's damage, but you can boost your own damage as well. This ability is called Natural Anger, and again, it consumes a life orb that you earned into a damage boost for yourself. The animation's broken here, but you'll see it later in the gameplay. Really great tool to use if you're being pressed as a support, which you should be, if we're being honest. And one of her most powerful healing abilities is her Healing Flower. What it's going to do is consume a life orb and grant healing over time to your teammates, be it a tank in the middle of a fight who needs that constant regeneration of HP, or a DPS poking out on the side that needs some consistent help where maybe you can't quite reach it. It's not a massive health boost, but it does it over time, and if your character can escape a fight where he's low, sling that across, it just allows a bit of breath and might save a fight. And her passive is also important. If you're at full life orbs, if you're damaged, you'll get a movement boost when you heal over time by consuming one of those life orbs automatically. It's really great to help you escape a fight. It just gives you a little movement speed in addition to the healing over time. You really want to stay safe as a support, and this passive helps you do that. And in a nutshell, here's an example of her suggested combo. You want to throw a heal over time at your tanks so they're constantly getting healed. You want to boost your own damage in addition to maybe your tank's damage as well, and you just keep firing, you keep healing. It's just a suppressive amount of healing and damage and support of your team, and that's how you really win a fight. Constant healing as a support, but also additional damage dealt against enemies. It's a winning formula. Now, her ultimate. Her ultimate's called the Soul Resurgence, and what it does is it grants a movement bonus in addition to healing over time for all your surrounding allies. Kinda like Zenyatta and Lucio if you're an Overwatch fan. Again, you're speeding up your players, you're constantly healing them. It's super effective in a big brawl with the whole team. Everyone's getting healed, you can damage boost everyone, you can damage boost yourself. It's pretty strong. And here's some lore and some in-game achievements as well that you can get. But let's get into some gameplay. So this is a point map, and right here you can see the passive in action. She's already running past all her teammates. Why? Because her passive grants her movement bonus. And with Mantis, you really want to kind of stay just a little bit behind your main players, your main brawlers, your tanks, and you just want to keep them at full health as best you can. Our team split a little bit here, but our DPS stayed up here and I stayed with them, knowing they're a little bit squishy but also super powerful damage. I wanted to play with them, heal them up, make sure they were dealing damage to the best of their ability. And they captured the point, and that's okay. We took out some of their big damage dealers. We've got a Groot down here. as well. And we're keeping our distance from the Groot. Why? Because he's got those thorn walls, which will do damage to you. So if you keep backing up... Oh, he pinned me right there. Sneaky little guy. So I'm trying to destroy them. I'm a bit stuck here. I got a little help. And our Magneto's coming back, which is great. But it's constant damage. Our DPS were able to eliminate him in the process. And now their DPS are trying to rush on the point by themselves, which is a little bit foolish. I see I'm getting sniped from up top there. I'm trying to ping for my teammates and heal them as much as I can over time while keeping the pressure on, making sure there are no like Namor turrets or anything like that doing constant poke damage. They are up above us at this point, so it's becoming a bit of a problem. I keep pinging them, hoping our DPS will jump up there as I'm sort of running around here. There's the Groot again. He's right by our tank. Yeah, and we just focused him down right quick. So those poke guys up in the corner, looks like our teammates actually got him, but yeah. So they were able to clean him up without our help on that, which is great. We won the fight on point. We continue to hold. As you can see, the ultimate's ready. Just waiting for a point where it really might come in handy. Definitely want to keep our Hela healthy. There's a lot of height she can get up high and poke damage. But yeah. This team really wasn't too aggressive or maybe well organized. I know it's getting a little dicey here. I was about to ult, but I see our Luna ulted, so you know what? There's no reason for me to ult necessarily. They're not doing enough damage or aren't posing a big enough threat. Now, you hear that noise, you know what's coming. It's Scarlet Witch, and I tried to ult. I thought my ult was more of a unlimited Zenyatta type ult where it's like infinite healing. It is not, and you will die to a Scarlet Witch ult. What I should have done there is use her Spore Slumber Bomb, and that will have neutralized her and put her right to sleep. No more ult. My mistake, I learned this was very early on in my play of her character and in the game overall. But again, you can see really how powerful she is. Thanks to the Magneto for giving me a shield there, helping keep me alive. Now I try to return the favor as best I can. Our DPS are doing their work. A little pressure from up top, but not enough. They're going Star-Lord to get a little more damage, and they just never got on point. Again, she's really good at helping control an area from behind. Those constant heals over time and the additional damage and damage boosting. It's just she's an effective character and not a very high difficulty of skill character to play or pick up. So this will be a little more gameplay on a different map.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Here I can show you my ultra uncool Marvel Rivals spray. Wow, that's lame. A lot of the same team. I think one of our DPS switched to Spider-Man. So again, that healing over time will just kind of help him as he just flies all over the map. I'm really focusing on keeping our Magneto pretty healthy, and of course our Hela and our own Scarlet Witch too, because they're just super powerful. And with a Luna and Mantis are just, I think they're the best healing combo in the game. Super powerful all around. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Stand back. I don't see a heck of a lot going on. There's Scarlet Witch. I can help damage her down. Spider-Man is in our back row too. They switch things up a little bit as well. Spider-Man's really great on this map because he just launches all over the map and can travel it so fast. And that was it, yeah. Just kind of constant dealing. They aren't really aggressive in getting towards the point. An Iron Man out there in the distance is kind of easy picking. Again, you want to push up, but there's not a lot of point to doing that right here. Maybe some people argue differently. Looks like our Spider-Man found somebody sneaking up, found their Spider-Man, I think. Yep, and they're just spidering it out over there. I'm just trying to throw him heals, help support him, do a little damage in the meantime, watching our tank, giving him some boost. I think our Luna pushed up. Our Hela's right there. She's getting the damage. I gotta heal her up too, because she's got that wicked ult. Oh, Scarlet Witch really getting aggressive. Slept her there. Did you see that? She kind of paused, was very vulnerable to being attacked, and that's the effectiveness of her sleep spore. If you do that on an ult, same effect. I was getting a little low there, getting pushed back. I wanted to push into the ult. Again, Iron Man, kind of easy picking, sitting up there by himself. And it's really, if you're not healing, it's just doing that poke damage from a distance. Like, it's not super accurate, it's not super hit scanning, it's a little bit of a delay, so quicker characters you're gonna miss. But, again, she's a strategist, so you're constantly healing, you're doing the damage through them ideally, so you can heal if you need to. And, you know, you're kind of quarterbacking the whole thing from a distance. Maybe Hela's behind you because she's a little more of a sniper, obviously. Just constant pressure. It's kind of the name of the game. Constant healing over time. Here comes Spider-Man. He whipped right over the point. We're a little split here because we got pure chaos over there and we got Spider-Man jumping on point. We got our Spider-Man fighting him on point. He tried to ult, or he did ult, but it was relatively unsuccessful. Wasn't able to kill anybody. Our healing over time helped, and he was able to damage him down enough in the meantime to keep him at bay and keep him from being a threat. Now they're getting really aggressive. They're breaking out all the ults, as you see. Here comes their Star-Lord, who's a little bit pesky. Just trying to keep the constant healing going up. Luckily, they aren't targeting me. I see a bunch of them are really low. They're all jumping around, but you know what they're not doing? They're not getting on point. How do you win the game? Take the point. So you can see a couple games in the books there as Mantis. She's a really great healer. She's super effective. Her primary is probably is healing, obviously. She does a little bit of poke damage, though, again, which is nice. Just keeps that pressure on. She can aim it while it's not hit scan. It does a little bit of damage and suppresses their attacks a little bit. So, 10-1, over 6,000 healing. That's great. I out-healed Luna. I'm proud about that. So, to wrap it up on Mantis, she's a great character to play. She's easy to learn. She heals her team. She gives damage boost. She gives herself damage boost. She does damage over time, and her ultimate's a heal over time. She is super effective in team fighting. But that's just my opinion. Now I want to hear what you have to say. Follow, like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think, and we'll see you next time on Marvel Rivals Get to Know Your Toon.